Hello, welcome back to day 3. It is the final day of the empath activation, and today we are talking about the funnel flow method, which will teach you how to lead with your light. This is where we reclaim our gifts fully and completely, so much so that we are ready to step into our leadership and use our gifts for good. You've already reawakened your frequency finder, you started to learn how to use this in your day-to-day life, and you've begun to let your energy speak. And this is where your leadership begins as you step fully into your light. So the first part of this is moving from absorbing to filtering. This is the concept of being more like a funnel and less like a sponge. You were never meant to absorb everything as an empath. You were meant to channel. When you're a sponge, you take it all in, right? You're picking up on the energy all around you. You're feeling someone's bad mood and you think that it's something that you need to fix, maybe about yourself or fix for the other person. You know the situation when you go into certain situations, conversations, relationships, and you were feeling lit up, happy, high vibe, and then you walk out of there and you feel down and you feel sad or angry or drained or depressed. You know these situations, they happen to empaths all the time. And this is an example of those moments when you're being like a sponge, where you're absorbing everything. But when you're a funnel, you choose what flows through you and you direct it with discernment and with purpose. And this is what I was talking about on day 1, where you pick up on something and you learn, oh, this is something that wants or needs to be alchemized. It gets to be shifted by me and my energy, not because it's my duty or responsibility or something else that I need to do, just simply because I choose to, and most importantly, because I know it actually serves me and I receive something out of it, right? It's part of that give-receive cycle, that reciprocity, where you're recognizing, oh, if I shift the state of the room, if I bring it to a new level, I actually get something out of it. It's not costing me energy. I'm not in that spent energy. I'm not walking out of here feeling drained. I'm feeling empowered, right? And that is the difference between emotional exhaustion and energetic leadership. You feel what's true without drowning in it, right? You feel the truth of the energy in the space without it overwhelming you. You notice what's present without losing yourself in it. You move with intention instead of reacting from overload. That is funnel flow. And it's the pathway to empowered, sustainable leadership. Now let's talk about, how do you know? Let's talk about the discernment and direction. Your energy is sacred. I want you to hear this, okay? Not everything and not everyone gets to plug into your energy. To lead with your light, you need discernment, a deep knowing of what belongs and what doesn't. It's kind of like if you were this plug-in, a power source in the wall, and you then had almost like a responsibility, right? If you knew that some people, when they plug into that power source, they're going to short circuit, you get to choose, hey, I know that my amperage, my power, it's not going to work in this dynamic. You get to choose And you get to ask yourself, what actually serves me and what fills me up? What allows me to be fully in my power? Okay? You got to ask yourself, what am I here to amplify? What drains me that I've been tolerating? And what would shift if I led with my inner truth, not outer approval? You don't owe anyone a watered down version of you. You are here to channel, not to convince. Empathic leadership isn't about being the loudest. It's about presence. And here's the truth. Your power is your presence. As an empath, the moment you start looking outward to read every cue, every mood, every shift, you lose your anchor. You can't be as present or as powerful when you're scanning the room for safety or permission. That's survival mode, not leadership. You weren't born to read the room. You were born to lead the room. Use your sensitivity to sense energy, but then bring your focus back to your internal world, back to the experience that you are creating, back to your frequency. Your attention is your power. Where you place it defines your leadership. When you're fully present within yourself, your field becomes magnetic. People feel it, and the universe responds to it. If you're a note taker, write this down, or even just take a mental note in this moment. As an empath, when you sense something outside of you, when you sense energy or somebody else's mood, or you just feel something in the space, you're picking up on something external. I want you to write this down, or this is your mental note, external, and then draw a little arrow. The next piece is internal. Okay? When you bring it inside of you, what happens? This is your frequency finder. This is where you're bringing the information, the energy inside of you, and then what does your body tell you? And that experience that you create is the aftermath, which is eternal. So it goes external, internal, eternal. You're creating an experience which becomes your outward signal in the space that people respond to and the universe responds to. Okay? And most of us empaths, before we learn how to refine and activate our gifts, what we do is we pick up on the external, and then we go from external right to reaction. And what I want you to do is I want you to go from external to internal, find your anchor, find your truth, and notice, what is this energy telling me in reflection to my truth? And then from there, go ahead and create an eternal experience, whether that's a shift in your energy, a change in your posture, boundaries, words that need to be said, speaking to what you sense and feel. But don't water down yourself. Don't minimize it. Don't think that it's all in your head. Owning your truth without softening it to please others, saying less but meaning more, walking away with peace without having to prove yourself, and leading with clarity even when others don't fully understand it yet. That is exactly what everyday embodied leadership looks like as an empath. Okay, so to anchor this in, I want you to write out an inner light statement. I have one here that I'm going to share with you. And if you like it, feel free to use it, or you can create your own. It goes like this: I lead with my light. I am a clear funnel for truth, vision, and aligned impact. I no longer carry what was never mine. I let my presence speak before my words do. I am safe to be seen, fully, wholly, and unapologetically. Breathe that in and feel the resonance of that truth. You don't have to try harder. You simply have to stand in your light. Thank you for showing up, not just here, but for your path, for your purpose, and for your presence. If something awakened in you during this series, I'd love to work with you deeper. You can book a one-on-one reading for personalized insight or explore coaching for your next season of expansion and leadership. Your gifts are ready, you are ready, and you are rising. Your empath energy is needed right now in the world. And remember, you can come back to these audios anytime that you need them. You go and have an amazing day.